Hey folks! More of this, more of Stefano. No, I'm no mage, though they tell me I have a bit of the ability. But what good is that when the entire city is ruled by adepts? No, 'tis not for me. Give me a good challenging search any day. The harder something is to find, the better I like it. Magic! It seems as if some dark magic is following me these days. Sometimes carry a spell scroll or two. May as well make use of any edge I can acquire. In fact, if we can escape, I suggest that thou shouldst acquire as many spell scrolls as thou canst. They come in very handy. If Moonshade weren't ruled by the adepts, canst thou imagine what it would be like trying to govern all those powerful mages? With all their fragile egos. Large, fragile egos. If there's one central problem with the adepts, 'tis that they have no regard for those with little or no magic. However, in some ways, that makes my life easier. Really? As I said, my lord, I acquire rarities, and sometimes those items are previously owned, shall we say? But adepts, being the pompous lot they are, fail to see anything other than a magical attack as a threat. Most adepts resort to simple physical traps to guard their mansions. Of course, there's always the ultimatums to deal with, but I know that secret. Their home is as good as mine. Those are the constructs that Teresio makes. They're quite fast and fierce fighters. Definitely not what thou hast cared to encounter in a dark hallway. I'll tell thee, I still have the scars to prove it. Oh, it could be anything from sliding walls, to fireballs that shoot out of the wall, to secret doors. But dealing with most of these are easy enough if thou art careful. The automatums are harder to deal with. Oh, thou dost not know the half of it! One time I was passing time at the Blue Ball while Fisgreasy was there. Rotaluncia entered and rather pointedly remarked that Fisgreasy was looking excessively rumpled that day, and suddenly they were at each other. Of course, they were pretty much evenly matched, until Selena showed up, that is, but 'tis all that I refer to. Fragile egos and hot tempers, and magic to top it. Not a safe combination. I would rather face the ire of Fisgreasy and Rotaluncia than that of Selenia. She's worse than a cat, my lord. She'll toy with thee before she kills thee. She wants thee to have time to consider what will happen to thee, and why. Selena was Fisgreasy's dearest friend until they had a fight. I do not know what it was about, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was caused by Fisgreasy being friendly with the mage lord. Like Selenia thought she was to be his next companion. All I know is that the fight was spectacular. Selenia was on Hawk's ship the next day, bound for the Sleeping Bull. They say she doth have relatives in Monitor. Thou knowest the kind of beauty that artisans create. 'Tis like unto Frigidazi, like a cold marble carving. Oh, I'll grant that there's a hot predator under that shirt of ice, but few have seen it. Like the cold spell she excels in, Frigidazi certainly knows how to lower the temperature in a room. 'Tis a wonder that Filbercio hath not died of frostbite by now. I cannot discern if he's a brave man or merely stupid. Dead, is she? At thine hand? I am impressed at thy skills, my lord. Most could not have killed the Red Witch. Search. When people hire my services, they know exactly what they need and where it is. Or perhaps I should say that they know whose mansion it is in. From there I must determine how to enter, and when I have to outwit the adept who wished to keep it hidden from my talents. Yet to be outdone, I might add. Information. Somewhere within this labyrinth there are two switches that must be thrown at the same time in order to continue to the exit. I do not know where it is exactly, but I'm sure it will be apparent. Without me to aid thee, thou hast no chance of winning free of this place for all I promise. And without thee, I have no hope of surmounting what lies in the next room. Next room? One of the things I bless about my peculiar line of work is the ability to move silently, my lord. Maybe the only thing that saved my life this time. When I came to this room, I heard some sort of commotion in the next room. When I sneaked into the entrance, all I saw was a mage and a very, very large monster before I ran back here. This time I looked, they were still in there. I did not recognize him, but by the robes I judged him a mage. I have heard that few foolhardy mages have attempted to sneak into those tunnels in search of Stoneheart. Few who try ever return to the outside world. Stoneheart. It is forbidden to possess Stoneheart, my lord, and for good reason. It is the basis for the reagent that fueled all the Vasculo spells, and some say it can steal a man's wits. It's very dangerous. I'm not sure I can speak of it here, in this awful place. Old Federbilio uses it to tell to fight the novices, and I'll admit that he made an impression on me. Vasculio was an adept who lived outside of the strictures. He tortured and killed without restraint, using death agony to feed power from his two spells. Council put him to death, but his power had grown beyond even that limitation. They found his grave empty not long after the burial. They say he still wanders the world looking for new victims. I think it was a dragon. Oh, please, my lord, thou must let me join thee. Without mine aid thou canst no hope of escape, and I am no fighter. Without thee I am a dead man. The strictures are the rules that all mages must obey, novice and adept alike. They address what experimentation can be done, what reagents can be used or sold, things like that. Strictures are meant to keep mages from abandoning all bonds of civilized behaviour in pursuit of knowledge. As thou should know, my lord, there are some things in the world that would be better unknown. Right, let's go. Now, our good old buddy here has plate mail. I'm sorry. You're not keeping that. Don't be ridiculous. I will keep that. Thank you. Here's some money and some bandages. But luckily for me, you have stuff that I shall take. Because, let's face it, I'm going to be doing the fighting here, Filversio. Ooh. Ow. I'm cursed. This is awesome. Gems, however, are not bad. Pardon me. Present gold for food. Where's that blindness? Ow. My spellbook will help. I hope. No, it will not. Restoration, mayhaps? Nope. I'm glad I have that rig of reagents. Well, let's try that next door anyway. The next room. Oh, it is locked. You do know, sir, that you are probably going to die horribly. I must admit, this plate mail's useful. The door is locked, is it not? The door is locked. I probably have the key, that's why. I do not have the key. So how do I get in? Do you have the key, Stefano? Let's have a look at your stats. Oh good god, they suck. I would really like to, you know... Ah, here we go. Ah! Kill him! Wow, you actually got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! At last thou hast found me, Avatar! It's the Black Sword! Yes! But until then, folks, until then.